Wait. Are we 3, 2, 1, and then drinking the beer? 3, 2, 1,
Well, I just
introducing
started the
ourselves, and then
recording,
chugging.
so all right, let's
Chug the
go.
beer. I'm laughing too hard now. I win.
Yeah, you do, because your beer is probably smaller than mine.
What would you do? Get a 40 ounce?
I can't count. Where does it say on here? Oh.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna open another beer.
Okay.
Come on, Sash. Finish your beer, you
Oh my
pussy.
shit. Okay. Okay. Just gonna just start burping. Oh fuck.
Back in a few minutes here.
All right,
Oh,
everybody. Welcome to UNAC Tournament 2.0, featuring
obviously, drinking is required.
yeah, drinking is compulsory at this point. Featuring
This event is rated R.
featuring myself, Sash, and my co-host Rogan,
Greetings,
tournament
everybody.
organizer. Yeah, introduce yourself.
I'm the Fat Mech Warrior.
Indeed, he is, and Rogan will deploy his knowledge of the fat mechs to our advantage here in understanding the contestants. Welcome to UNAC Tournament 2.0 contestant overview. So first up, we have the Ugly Duckling.
The ugly duckling.
Yes, this is one of Sloth's pair of UNACs for the tournament. Rogan, can you go ahead and tell us about it?
I hang on, I'm loading. Yes, the beautiful purple quad.
Yes.
Actually, this quad isn't precisely cookie cutter to the max, but it's pretty standard. You can expect consistent high performance from it. I do like that he put the 280 FCFs on it, so he's trying to range creep a little bit. And X00 stacked K29, not out of the ordinary there. If you look at the operations, he actually put 3 operational costs on this, which is kind of cool. So you've got
Oh, can we check the operations? How does this work?
yeah, if you hit square.
Square. Boop.
Up,
Oh fuck! You're right.
yeah, so he's got 3 operations on this, which is really cool, including one specifically for when his left arm unit
Yes, you're right.
which I believe
Is a big Sawa?
no, his left arm unit I think
Is a big Sawa.
It is indeed a big Sawa. Yes, yeah, so you're gonna see quite a bit of madman masterminding or madness. It's gonna go one way or the other. Yep.
And he's also
So,
got a chip on there for sub-target dodging, which is funny.
that's interesting because we're not gonna
We're
put
not playing with
sub-targets on
sub-targets,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck the
Next up, we can
sub-targets.
go to Sloth's tank, the panic button. There are many
Yes.
tanks like it, but none that are quite as
None that are
impressive
quite
as this.
this is a truly glorious creation. Very glorious. I remember Sloth and I actually troubleshooting this type of tank a lot, so I'm hoping it does real well. Interestingly, he put flash rockets on the shoulder. I know that this was originally KE rockets, which led into the part choices on my tank. But the flash rockets kind of don't. I don't know. I haven't gone over the tuning on this, or the chipset rather. Wow, I'm drunk already.
That was pretty quick. I will say that the stun lock setup for UNACs, UNACs just cannot get out of it, and so if you lock them down and flash them, they're effectively out of the game. This is like a one-for-one
That's
tank.
true. They will not be able to return fire, but this tank can stun lock further than it can hit with the flash rockets.
We will see, Rogan. We will see.
We will see. I'm kind of hoping it just fucking annihilates every other heavy build in the tournament, but
I
we
think
shall
it will.
see.
Anything that gets in its sights is just gonna get fucked up. It's
We
gonna need
shall
to be
see.
bailed
I
out
mean,
by a teammate.
this is going to be a really cool tank. I love the concept. You probably wouldn't see it so much in CQ, but 1v1 like this, very cool.
All right. Take a look at the operations, or shall we move on to Fantas?
I didn't really have anything particularly interesting to say about the operations. Sloth
Okay.
put triple operations on both his UNACs, which is cool and all.
You did, huh?
But yep. But
Yep, sub-target
yeah,
thing, and then... Oh,
and
no,
then
this
he's
is
got
for
it
thermal.
fighting.
It has two
Yep.
different operation settings for thermal defense. So I think the one of them, it will purge the Kurosawa?
It will purge to the carousel. It will purge and use the Kurosawa instead of the heat cannon.
Yeah,
But
it's a purge chip.
but that kind of screws with the stun lock because the Kurosawa doesn't fire as fast as the rail cannon does.
True, but it'll have a better reach for hitting quads.
It's true. It might.
All right,
That might
now
make a difference.
on to the Vincent, Vincent A. We have the T5J BTKQ exclamation point bracket,
Oh yes.
double equivalency dash G1 defense sniper spec tank.
This was the gloriousness that this was the dark horse of the last tournament and actually took runner up.
And it will be in this tournament too, I believe. With its support from Icewall, we'll see in a minute.
Indeed, indeed.
This pairing is impeccable, if I can say so myself. You have two defensive powerhouses. They're here to outlast the opponents. They're winning the long game, the stamina fight.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly, Sash, except that there was one little bitty, ever so crucial, little tiny detail that I pointed out in the last tournament.
Which is the range chips on this?
Which is the sniper cannon not firing past the FCF's lock range.
A crucial detail.
And he didn't fix that.
All right. Did he not? Where's the firing chips?
Still going to be entirely barrel
stuff. Yeah. Maximum range. Okay, yeah, you're right.
The barrel stuffing sniper cannon. So we'll see,
works.
But
it does work.
You cannot underestimate this tank. It's proven itself to be a tried and true competitor here.
This is true. All right, let's head on over to Icewall.
Oh yes,
Fanta, you've outdone yourself. This thing is fire as fuck.
This glorious monstrosity. Look at this. He's got fucking rifle and sawa, which is a good combo in of itself.
Yeah, this is like the quintessential UNAC combo.
Thing. He's got fucking verts on this thing. I bet this thing has more AP than the goddamn tank does. Look at it.
It's probably like 58k or some shit.
It's so beautiful.
It is an elegant monstrosity. I'll give it that.
I am slightly worried about defense numbers, though. It's got...
Well, yeah, I don't think it's actually going to hit anything. Let's check the operations.
Let's take a look. See.
That's 51k AP. Yeah, the defenses are atrocious.
Oh my god! But
we have one operation setting, which is set to approach and kill.
You know what? Point and shoot, baby. Point and shoot. That's all it's got to do.
Amen to that, Rogan.
Oh no, it's only gonna fire one vertical missile at a time. No.
Wait, what?
Oh no, it has single fire missile chips.
No, wait. Where? Oh shit.
Oops. Mistakes were made.
Oh, double, you're right. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Alas.
Single fire missiles. You know what? That's fine.
It's
about as good as it's gonna get.
It's gonna fucking work. I'm expecting great things out of Fanta. He's proven that you can't just disregard his UNACs.
Amen, Fanta. All right, moving on to Nier's UNACs, we'll check out Something Strange.
Which one is that? That's the tank,
That's
right?
the tank. Yeah, so
this
Well, you go for it.
Nier, I was going to say you had fucking awesome cool points because you put heat rockets in the shoulders, and I absolutely love that. But then I couldn't figure out what the fucking tuning was on your Gatling gun on the back, and your UNAC pissed me off because of it. So, you know what? Whatever cool point you got for running heat rockets, you got to take it away for whatever tuning that was on the goddamn Gatling gun.
Yeah, this is a tank that I feel like I could function perfectly fine without the Bay units at all.
Yes.
Oh, pardon me. Nice and defensive. Oh no, I backed out. Oops.
Oop, we lost Sash, folks.
Oh, I'm here. I just need to go back.
Good job. So I'll pick up for Sash because he's clearly screwed up his controller.
Yes.
It's a very safe frame defensively. It's got high-speed missile defense. It's got 3BR defense, and it's a tank, so TE defense isn't usually an issue.
Correct. Yeah, we're looking at quite the monster over here. 42k, and it's got good defenses.
What is that FCF? Is that the Glance FCF?
The
215.
Maybe.
I know it's not the 23 side. That may be the Glance FCFs.
And he has rocket chips, which is good. Oh, but of course he's using rockets, so that makes sense. That FCS is... Where's the FCS on here? Yeah, that looks like Glance.
That's 201. Now, probably not quite necessary, but in a UNAC tournament like this, I don't think it's going to really hurt the performance anything.
Yeah, it'll give it
It's
range at the
very
very least. Now let's
yeah.
talk about its partner, the Drinky Crow.
Besides having one of the best names in the tournament, I mean, uh,
The emblem is also excellent.
yes, indeed, indeed, it is. What struck me as most unusual was the choice of a battle
Yeah,
rifle.
I was about to comment on that. The Cirrus and the bay behind the shield. I'm not sure what it's going to do. It'll give it a better advantage versus heavyweights and potentially some tanks after armor break. But I feel like the DPS just isn't going to be there, and it doesn't have the shield peeling or what am I thinking of? Like
The long range chip, and
yeah, the long range chip of a gat, for example.
yeah, I really think that this would be much stronger with a rifle or a Gatling gun in place of that battle rifle.
Other than that,
Although,
he's got something similar to Sloth over here. He's got the Kurosawa into the 40 shot with laser speed. Like it's a
indeed,
tried and true
yes,
formula, and we see a lot of quads in here like that.
yeah, that is definitely. I think that's on every quad, isn't it?
That is competitive, to say the
Yep,
least,
indeed,
Rogan.
on every quad. He's got a very interesting set of operational chips. He's got incredibly long durations on all of his special movements. Not really sure what that's going to achieve, but it's certainly
Yeah, 20
cool.
second durations. Jesus.
I mean, it's going to be doing the thing for 20 seconds.
Indeed. Let's check out his
Uh,
missile chips. He's got um, two of the mid chips and a close range chip. All right.
well, that's not bad. That's not too
That'll
bad at
fire
all.
two and then one. Yeah, okay.
That's
It's
that's not
doable.
bad. Fairly solid little UNAC there.
Yeah.
Nothing really to say too much about it.
Looks like his Sawa chips are just about maxed. That's fine.
Indeed,
I
indeed.
know some people like specialty tunings on those.
Some people like specialty tunings. I either just put them at full rapid fire or full power.
Yeah, that
But
makes
that's
sense.
that's me personally.
Now let's talk about his defenses a little bit. This thing has 1900 KE and 2800 CE.
Well, I mean, fuck laser speed and fuck
Yeah,
Stracozas.
seriously, this thing is not going down to anything but thermal.
I mean, what is if I look at the full display here? Defenses are very safe. The AP is a little low for a fortress quad, but if this build has good recoil resistance, I don't have its full stat spread in front of me.
Yeah,
That
probably
may
won't
not
matter.
matter too much. May not matter much. I would be worried about the speed. It is a fortress quad, and
It's
a
got a
lot.
Scarlet head, so you got to be worried about the range control on here.
Oh dear, oh dear. No, I haven't really delved into the chipset, but
Well, we've got Usaguma Model 2 on here, so it's going to have
so
some
it should
range.
have some good range to it then. Shouldn't be
But if
shouldn't be
I'm
too
not
much of an
mistaken,
issue.
Scarlet Mod actually reduces your camera performance.
Uh, Not by much. I'd have to pull out a calculator and take a look see.
All right, well, forget it.
Yeah,
And now,
that's a lot of effort, and I'd
yeah.
rather take another swig of beer.
Speaking of Fortress Squad, shall we head on to Pyros?
Ah,
We
yes, the
have the
Osiris.
Osiris Sniper Spec Thretropod.
Um, I absolutely love the use of the 5-shot sniper cannon.
Dude,
Very
seriously,
neat.
in UNAC versus UNAC, they're not gonna dodge it.
They're gonna sit there and eat it in the face,
They're
and it's
gonna eat it, dude.
glorious.
Yeah.
Um, however, and this is the reason I didn't do this exact same thing with a quad. Uh, if your UNAC gets caught in ready position and it runs out of ammo with that sniper cannon,
Oh, it's stuck.
it's stuck. You can fix that as operator, but I haven't found a way that you can fix that with the movement chips. It seems to be like a 50-50 whether or not you can get out of it. Sometimes it does, other times it just sits there and eats shit and dies.
Oh, I think I fixed it on mine. Which I guess we can talk to when we get there, but that's for different reasons. Or maybe we should leave it a secret until things get
I think
hectic.
we should leave it a secret and
Okay.
see
So again, we see
that
just
laser speed gat
yeah, laser
combo.
speed with the gat combo. Yeah, it's safe, it's reliable, etc. Let's go ahead and take a look at its defenses in the op file.
Let us see here.
Yeah, we're looking at safety numbers, but low AP for a Fort Quad, 43k.
Very low AP, and he's just shy of blocking Strakozas.
That's right,
Although I
and
don't
he's only
think
got one
anyone,
offsetting, so it's pretty reliable. The sniper cannon
I don't
setup
think
is, there.
did anyone
He's got a
even enter
purge chip on here
Strakoza?
actually, for close range. So after the target gets in range, he'll drop the sniper cannon.
Um, Not if it doesn't disengage ready mode,
Ooh,
which is where the glitch
that's
comes
where the
in.
glitch. Yeah. If that happens and we're watching it, will that actually disconnect me? Like the other
No,
glitch,
I
the other
think
ready
I
glitch.
think your internet may disconnect you in of itself.
Oh,
That's
great.
another problem entirely.
So it's got some unique shoulder chips. They're in ascending order instead of descending order, with a higher number of rounds selected for the
Yes, but
higher ranges.
if you look at the chimp interval, that's not going to make a difference.
Yeah,
It
probably
may allow
correct.
it to gather more missile lock, but it won't hurt the performance any.
Hmm,
If the chip interval was left at 5 or something to cut costs, that would make a difference.
makes sense. Other than that, most of these are just really low cost UNACs, except for Sloth.
Very,
Sloth has
very
three op
yeah.
files.
Sloth almost ran out of operation costs. The madman,
The
the
madman.
absolute madman.
All right, shall we take a look at Fenrir?
Oh yes, the glorious international tank.
Dude, seriously, holy shit! Double shields, double
D-
autos. What a beast!
Double shields, double autos, and
And
then medium
those are mid
missiles.
missiles in the shoulder, I think.
Those are indeed mid missiles.
Gulf
I can't
17s ready to lay the paint on.
I can't count the number of times I've run into this exact type of tank UNIC on international.
Well, this is, if I'm not mistaken, the third permutation of the tank and quad team setup, and
This
I
would be
think
the
it's going to
third
be
one.
effective.
Yes, indeed, very safe. If I had to guess, Pyro, this is a throwback to an AC1 tank from the ranker leaderboards. I believe it was rank 3 who used weapon arms that were basically 4-shot rifles, and he had 4 barrels on each of them, and then missiles in the back. But
That
he had
sounds
this
fucking
exact
sick.
same. Oh, he had this exact same color scheme, and Fenrir was his AC name. His emblem was different, but not a big deal. Um, if I'm right, Pyro, let me know. If I'm wrong, well, that's quite all right. I can even recite to you his little ranker comment, which was do the job reliably, and a heavily armed AC is his creed. Always has an edge and is very successful.
Well, damn,
And
Rogan, lore master
yeah,
over here.
yeah, you guys now know that I spend too much time playing Armored Core. All right.
I think that goes the same for me as well. In the op settings, we can check this thing has 2K in every defense.
That is most excellent. Most excellent. In fact, he's a
A little low
little
on
bit
the AP,
above.
but this is a fat mech.
But look at his CE defense. He's a little bit above medium missiles, which are pretty common in the tournament here, if I'm not mistaken. And he'll block those out unless he's under stagger.
That's true. And now, actually, speaking of that, if you want to look at his second op setting, I'm pretty sure that this is whenever it loses ammo, it becomes a kick tank.
Oh my god, that's glorious. That's absolutely fucking glorious.
I think it'll actually just change its settings to just engage directly. Can't tell.
Pyro,
Are
this
they
is
different?
glorious.
Yeah, they might be.
These are kick tank. This is kick.
It's pretty good shit.
This is this is kick.
It
Oh
is
my
the
god.
good stuff.
This
On
is
to Crow.
indeed. Yes, indeed. On to
On to
Crow.
Crow. Let's check out the Warhound.
The war.
I think this is one of the only midweight bipeds in the tournament.
You know what? It's the fucking little Cinto that could 2.0.
The little Cento, he came to the Armored Core Discord and he read the chat logs and he was like, "Hey, these guys meme about jellyfish and Elmira shotguns and fucking Stracosas. I better put these on a UNAC."
You
He
made
said,
my
"What
beer
about
come out
firing
my nose.
stability?" He must have missed the memo. He said, "Oh, I better get some TE defense on here. Fuck firing stability. I don't need it." If he was really listening to what I'd say, he'd be using subbed Pedankas because that is the noob combo.
Noob combo.
Rogan, any comments?
My beer went up my nose. Thank you.
I just took a swig.
Good. Now you know how it feels.
All right.
You know,
What do you got?
a lot of damage potential with Stracosas and jellyfish, but like Crow said, this thing was ancient, so I'm not sure what age of technology we're looking at. This may in fact be from Armored Core 5.
The
and we're
dark
just not
age of technology.
Indeed, and
Before
we're
the
just not
light
sure.
of the UNACs was given.
Well, if you look at his Cinto legs, he's obviously had to patch the armor up there with the
Yeah,
shielding on the leg
yeah,
and reinforce it on the core. So it looks like it could have been a survivor from a time gone by.
indeed. Back when those arms actually had firing stability.
Back when
Let's see.
dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Back when dinosaurs, the HRJ dinosaurs. It's actually got some funky defenses. I don't think it actually buffs anything important though.
What are we looking at for
We're looking
defenses
at
there, Fish?
17, 18, and then 800 or
I
841
mean,
really. So it's passable, but in this tournament, I don't think it's actually buffing anything important. It's gonna get wrecked by those laser speed builds
yeah,
and pesties too. Good God.
it's gonna have a real bad time against them quads.
And we see a second op file here. That's for whenever it
I-
has the left arm units.
After the Stracozas are purged, it's gonna
Oh, it
go into
becomes
the
a shotgun
shotguns.
build, and it just dances in front of its
Ah.
target's face. That's cool.
Aha.
Good, effective,
There
and
we
simple.
are.
Simple programming.
Yes, indeed. But if there's one thing experience has taught us, it's a simple UNAC is much more effective than a complicated one.
That's true. And of note, Crow actually Crow actually has detection chips on this, so it might get into range.
Yes. If the contestants, if you recall, said very carefully mentioned to pay attention to your detection and targeting chips, and fucking none of you did it. So good luck. We're gonna be watching UNACs run in circles for
Yeah, we're
10
gonna be
minutes.
laughing about it for 10 minutes, to be sure. On to Bulldozer. We have the only LRJ of the tournament, also
You know
using
what?
shotguns.
You know what? This is an old school effective LRJ: shotguns, flash rockets, pulse gun.
Yeah, flash
I-
rockets definitely useful against UNACs. Take them out of the fight.
You know what this will also do? This could also give a lot of the tanks a real hard time.
You might be
Between
right there,
shotguns
but
and
the
flash
issue is going to be closing the distance with all those laser speed builds.
Well, that won't matter if the fucking laser speed builds can't find the target.
Because
no one fucking put detection chips on it.
Oh no.
But Crow fucking put detection chips on it. So
my
you know
God.
what? He may find people. Oh wait, nope. There's no detection chips on this one. Never mind. I lied.
Oh god, you're right. Oh shit.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes are made. So much for that. What does he else got? Oh, he's
Well,
got.
you know
he's
what?
got a. He's got a separate operation ship for remaining time. What does that mean?
That means we're gonna see this UNAC execute a different strategy depending on the time remaining.
I don't know if that's actually
Unfortunate-
that different. I can't. I don't know what the difference is going to be in this.
It'll
case.
allow it to reset its targeting, assuming that it finds the
Oh!
target.
Yeah, you're right. It may just. It may just swap between that. I
So,
don't know.
you
Maybe
know-
we'll hear something from Crow
We-
about
we
this
may-
eventually.
Indeed. Maybe if we do some after-action interviews.
Yeah. Although evaluating its stat spread here, the low AP is one thing, but it's actually got respectable defenses, as
It's
expected of a forehead.
Yes, the defenses on this build should be very, very safe. If even in the current metagame, if it was designed in 1.01, I bet you look. Oh, excuse me. I bet you're looking at high-speed missile and CMG defense numbers, if nothing else.
That's true.
Possibly PMG defense numbers, maybe.
Possibly. So if we want to get to the real dark horse of the tournament, we have Spitty.
Yes, the pink sniper duo.
Yes. So this
Snipers.
madman has sniper UNACs, and they're pretty glorious. I think this is the only HRJ in the tournament.
It is indeed. So you know what? Full points
Dual
to Spitty
Davis!
the Davis. You know what? He knew that they were going to be fucking quads, and he's like, you know what? The hell with
fuck 'em
those.
up,
I'm gonna
dude, yeah.
melt those motherfuckers.
He says
And-
he's sitting here thinking like, man, all right, I know they buff Archides probably, but do they buff Davis? Let me tell you, everything buffs Davis. So why not equip two?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, Davis does not really have that much of explosive.
Yeah, it has the worst DPS in the category, the worst damage. Its EN consumption is low as shit though.
Okay, so I mean, it can be spammed endlessly, but
Yeah.
Sash, if you pull up the defenses here, do you see a high-speed missile defense number on this squad?
Well,
Or-
if I could press the square button instead of the triangle button, I could see that.
How drunk are you? Holy shit!
I don't see PMG defenses or laser speed defenses on this thing.
Indeed. So, I mean, it does have very long range.
It does.
It does indeed have very long range. So I think the goal here is that it doesn't have to worry about those because it's just going to snipe them out.
That's probably true. Para snipers, it can definitely kite across the map, and it's got the range chips for it.
Indeed,
maintain
indeed.
range, etc.
You know, Sash, this might be a little bit more your field. We were discussing sniper rifles on this being not full power, but 201s on this build. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's mostly just to guarantee the hits. Out to longer range, sniper rifles don't actually hit. um,
Alas.
Alas, yeah, I'm a big fan of full power because I fight at closer ranges, normally with blue luck builds. But if you're actually sniping with them, and these are Seidenbaums also instead of Psycats, so they are a stronger, longer ranged option for those of you who like, really staying far away from the combat. Although, given the firing stability on these things, the damage is going to be all right. The DPS is going to be all right, but it's nothing to like write home about. It's just like, oh look, it's a sniper rifle.
Oh dear.
If you give these
Oh
UNACs
dear.
enough time, they can take out anything in the game, I imagine, provided there's no KE shields. But we've seen KE shields so far,
No,
so
no,
I
there are
don't
no
know.
KE shields. No,
Time will
no,
tell
no.
in the tournament.
There are
See
definitely no
see what
no
happens.
KE shields. We definitely didn't see this happen with Belarus and Fanta
Oh god, that was funny,
in
wasn't
the
it?
last tournament because Fanta had a KE shield on a super fat tank, and yeah,
Yeah, that
we've
netted
seen no,
well.
yeah, there's nothing like that,
All right,
nothing
the
whatsoever.
Spitty 2.0, the three
The
ray.
three way, is it Ray or Way?
Oh,
No, it's Ray.
I don't know, dude. This thing has CEMGs and snipers again, and again,
I,
the Model One subcomputers dual shoulder. That'll give them parallel processing, which will be very amusing.
so we're probably looking at a couple very instant lock sniper rifles here.
That's true. The concern will be, can they maintain range and can they, out traded things.
Well, looking at all the other heavy builds in this tournament, it's entirely possible that he'll be able to keep his range as long as he has a similar speed tier.
Certainly so. It's got a slow booster though. BA-124. It's
High excels
Gale.
aren't Gale. Is that the
I think
Gale
that's
and
fucking
UBT?
Gale. And this is also the Lilith leg, so this thing's pretty slow.
Oh wait. Oh dear. I hadn't thought of that.
Alas.
Alas
Let's
for
check the
alas for
defenses
the
on this bad
slowness.
boy.
Yes, indeed. I given that it's
Not
Lilith
really
legs.
there. But hey, it buffs out probably most
So
lasers. It's got
you
41
know
AP.
what? My tank has an all knee in the bay, and if it goes down to using its all knee, it will do ineffective damage to this heavyweight.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Um,
this motherfucker. Check the op file.
I don't. Oh dear.
Oh dear, it's all right.
I have no comment. Anyway,
It'll be good.
um, looking at this, Sash, are Lilith legs not known for or CE defenses?
So Lilith legs can actually hit some really respectable defense numbers. You can get like 22 CE, and I mean, I don't think you can get laser speed defenses on here without actually building for them. But they're known to
But
be
you
like the tankiest heavy biped legs. Alas, they're fucking slow.
but
Uh,
you could hit medium missile defense numbers,
you
which we've
certainly
seen
could, and you
already.
can get impact force recoil resistance on here to be pretty significant.
So we've already seen some impact setups and some medium missile setups, but alas, I don't think
Yeah, this
this
thing's just
hits.
gonna get chewed up by it. It's not making the most of the defenses. Honestly, I would swap the legs for something lighter, and I
Yes,
think that
make it a
it
little
would do the same
faster. I
thing.
think.
Yeah, because you
Um,
can get the same defense. The only thing you're doing with Lilith legs is you're getting higher TE defense, which I guess works versus plain lasers, but you're really worried about laser speed, which is gonna go straight through this thing.
yes, unfortunately, so it's banking entirely on its very long range.
Well, I mean, if it glide boosts, maybe it'll glide boost away. that's that's the end of my
Maybe it'll
comment.
glide boost away. To be
Onto the
fair,
real terrifying
oh
team
god.
of this tournament is going to be Rave's UNACs. Let's check out the Triumph.
Uh, um, yeah. So,
So spoiler alert, Rave wins, right?
yeah. Spoiler alert: Rave wins. This Rave hats off to you. I finally dug into this UNAC and took a look see at it. Um, I think sometime this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, that area, and I messaged Sashed about it on Discord. I'm like, holy shit, this thing's a monster. If any of you do not know Rave, he has a YouTube channel. He's very open about sharing everything.
Angelo. Yeah, if you want to check it
Yep.
out.
We call him Rave, but it, I think his name is
Yeah,
Class
it used to be
Angelo.
Rave Satiriasis or something. I think that was
Yes,
his gamer
something
tag.
like that on Xbox. He
Yeah,
plays with us all the time on JP. He streams it.
yeah, he's
Very, very
our
chill
favorite
dude.
Merc.
But he's my expectation is Rave is going to slaughter everyone in this
Yeah, his
tournament.
his real skill is in programming UNACs, and this thing is no joke. You see the two Sawa setup. It's got a CE shield, it's got a rifle in the bay, and it's got VTFs. And this thing is
It's very
programmed to
difficult to
fire
run down.
really
Yeah.
reliably and keep range.
Yeah, this is very difficult to run down. Even the long range sniper Unix, it's a speed tier above them with the Buria boosters, so it will be able to maintain its combat range against them. And lasers and VTFs, that's no joke. You don't sit in front of that.
Yeah, seriously, it shuts down rush builds, which is basically this thing's only weakness. On the JP server, you'll see like this kind of build in team setups, and
Indeed.
they're really hard to take down with battle rifle builds because one for one, you're walking into this trading fire with two Sawas and a volley of VTFs. That immediately
Assuming you
puts
can
you
avoid the
behind,
dagger,
you
it
know.
hurts.
Yeah, assuming
Yeah.
you assuming you're actually in on it and don't hit the ground.
Yeah. I did. I kind of asked Rave to enter last minute, and he's like, "All right, sure." He gave us genuine monsters
Yeah,
here.
seriously, dude. We can take a
So
look at the chip settings. It's got just one op file, and this thing is built to fuck shit up. Defenses are
yeah,
respectable as well, buffing out laser speed, and it's got the CE shield.
I mean,
So
it's probably going to shut down every quad we can find in this tournament,
yeah,
hands
seriously, the
down.
quad matchup is sick.
Yes,
That's about
very,
all
very, very strong.
that's everything I can say about it for now. Uh,
Rave literally put this in a video on his YouTube channel, guys. So
yeah, so you can
this,
go check out this unit for yourself. Subscribe
indeed,
and like video to Korea Sanjuro, youtube.com.
Sash, if I thought you were legitimately making not his friend, I would punch you.
I'm sorry.
we're not so intoxicated that we bullshit our friends yet.
Oh, come on.
I need
Control
another
weight.
beer first.
Moving on. Uh,
Excuse me.
you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, let me take a look.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Carry on.
So we have a lot autocannon laser cannon tank with basically bay weapons that are essentially the same thing.
Yes, indeed.
And then Gulf 17s. So this this thing is not something you'd want to run into.
Yeah. Another little monster, and it's not quite as fast as Rave's laser heavy. About this, I could see is that because these things are programmed to move so similarly, it might get hit in the back with VTFs.
Oh.
However, I can tell you from experience that weapon and missile combo puts a lot of damage on a target from easily over 300 meters away.
Yeah, that's not
So
something to fuck with. Is that an accuracy auto if I remember right?
these are an accuracy auto and accuracy laser cannon. And in accuracy, what the hell is it called? The Kabaris? There ain't no dodging that shit.
Oh yeah, the Karuba. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're not evading that. It's an
no.
8-shot laser cannon. It has significant damage output.
Like
Um,
1600 muzzle. It's disgusting.
yeah, it's you don't fuck around with that thing.
Beautiful.
It's a fire and forget weapon. Basically, treat it like a big Kurosawa. Actually, if I was nuts, I would say fuck that, and I'd just give it an actual Kurosawa and then have it transition into the 12.
I mean, that'd be cool, but the laser cannon is actually more energy efficient.
Oh well, Rogan knows best, Mr. Fat Matt Warrior.
Well, I did try Kurosawa heavy tanks. It was a real build in AC5. It was
It
hilarious.
was a real build. It was awesome.
It was
Um,
hilarious.
and then yeah, again,
This
single op file, efficient movement.
yes,
Defenses on this are pretty much equivalent. Only weakness is BR builds, which it handles really well by its own weapon setup.
yes, indeed. A little bit easier to take down than the heavyweight. The heavyweight's going to be a star, but since we put a leg limitation on this, this is probably as close as you could get to
A second
partner
laser
for that tank.
heavyweight. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Genuine monsters. I kind of expect Rave to annihilate this tournament. Maybe we'll be.
I would agree with you honestly. These things are nasty.
Yeah, this is like shit that we would run on JPCQ for UNAC.
Pretty
So
much.
nightmarish.
This is the stuff you'd want me to run instead of what was it that Sloth said? The autocannon HRJ with bomb dispensers, pop shots.
Yeah, yeah. Oh god.
All right. Let's move on to yours, Rogan. We have the Strike Ver Fermi.
Oh, you mean Toxapex?
Yes, Toxapex. That's what we're calling it for
Where's?
us for
Hang on,
safety.
I can't find it.
What the fuck is this thing, dude?
This is so in the last tournament, we saw Mega Slowbro basically prove that it was unkillable, even with effective weapons. And I said, well, you know what? I bet I can make it even fatter, and thus
And you did.
Toxapex was born.
Yeah. Does this thing have
But
like 60k AP?
uh, 52 flat AP,
Ugh.
52k flat AP, and then the shield is
Yeah, the
basically a
shield.
6k buffer.
God damn.
Um, so a little less effective AP than Mega Slowbro.
And
But
again,
I
we
also
see the Sawa stacking option here. Got a
the
lot of
Sawa
alpha strike
stack.
damage on this. And
Yes,
jellies.
indeed.
Why
Um,
jellies instead of verts or laser
so
speed?
I decided I didn't want to go and range creep like I did with Mega Slowbro. I wanted to
Hmm.
front load damage and play a little bit more aggressively. So instead of setting things to fight at 300 meters and backpedal the whole time, I told these things to basically move forward and use your armor to damage race. So they're a little bit less efficient, but I thought it would be more entertaining and a lot more fun.
I
And
think you're
to
probably right
compensate, I
about
made
that.
it fatter.
Yeah, consequently. If we can check out the op plan, we can
Then
see.
Rave entered the tournament, and yeah.
Yeah, because this thing. What's the RR on here? We do buff Mahan, I think,
This
right?
is this is 2000 to RR.
So
So
nothing but 12s and full power Kurosawas will break this.
indeed. I will simply shrug off the standard laser speed because you won't lower my defenses.
And
I
that is
do take
fucking wild.
I do unfortunately take effective damage from Stracozas.
Unavoidable, but
Alas.
yeah, alas.
Hopefully the jellyfishes take care of that for me. But as I was screwing with this, I forgot to save the chip settings, so it only ever fires them in like bursts of 2 instead of bursts of 4.
Oh, is that right?
Oops. Oh well.
Eh,
Mistakes get made.
yeah, mistakes are made. We could talk about Anna Callaghan.
Yes. There's a little bit of a story behind Calican the Black here.
All right, this looks about the same as Raves.
Rave. It was at one point identical to Raves. It was. Uh, and then you see Sloth and I were discussing and troubleshooting his UNAC, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna put fucking rockets on mine." I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" So I put rockets on my tank, and then I took it a step further. I said, "I'm a man, and I put heat rockets on my tank."
Damn.
So I have dual shoulder heat rockets on what was originally medium missiles.
That will fuck shit up.
It will, but it's nowhere near as consistent as the medium missiles were. So I traded consistent medium missiles for the ability to disintegrate another tank in a second.
Good shit.
Uh, yeah, this actually looked identical to Rave's tank at one point, and then I made it fat, and then the rocket thing happened, and well, hey, now it's rockets. But on the plus side, it blocks everything. There is no such thing as effective
It
damage.
blocks the planet. What
It
do we
blocks
have
the.
here? Yeah, we're looking at. I mean, you'll have effective Strakoza, but that's about it.
Yeah, what? I didn't make it block. I fucked up. It does not block Stracozas.
Other than that, it's
Alas.
got armor out the ass.
Alas. And recoil resistance. Same with Toxapex here. I gave this thing fight at around 180 meter, if I recall correctly, instead of playing the backpedal game. Again, because I thought
Yeah,
it would
that's
be more
about right.
interesting, and because that's where I could get hits with the heat rockets.
Good
So
stuff.
instead of being super consistent, I made it a little bit more aggressive for shits and giggles. We'll just see how that plays out.
I think it'll probably do just fine. Now, it occurs to me that we have mine left, and then we have the Extermination Squad, which I didn't actually get from you.
Okay. Well,
We can solve that in a minute. Or we
yes,
can go
indeed.
to mine really quick. Where
Yeah,
are mine?
let's run over to the glorious Sash UNACs here.
Yes, we have the Great Grand Quad.
The Great Ground Quad. It's so beautiful.
The idea behind this was,
It's beautiful.
yeah, I wanted to make a laser speed build that wouldn't get fucked by quads. And then I was like,
Well, it ain't
actually,
getting fucked by quads.
it's not gonna get fucked by quads. And I thought, well, I don't want to get fucked by BR rush builds, so I made it not get fucked by BR rush builds. But then it became a tank. And at this point, it's pretty much just a turret. It's a laser cannon. It's like a big Edith turret. It has 2 laser cannons, and it has VTF, or vertical missiles.
So, Sash, if
That's
I'm correct, this thing
literally it.
doesn't move unless it takes damage, right?
About that. Yeah. This thing it's quite literally designed to be a turret. Because I had problem with range control, so I said, fuck it, this thing won't move. So it'll attack. It's got some range creep. It's Usagumo, and it's got a good FCS, a good camera. So it'll just sit there at maximum effective range. And in testing, I tested it against similar range builds, and they would sit there at their max range and try to attack, but their chips wouldn't activate, whereas this thing would. So it'd just sit there and it'd fire lasers at them all day. In the event it runs out of ammo, it's got Kurosawa and UBR, and
So, Sash,
that was
can I jump in on that one
you
real
can
quick?
jump in, yeah.
You forgot to put chips to use the Kurosawa and UBR, so it'll simply sit there and keep shooting missiles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fortunately, pesties and laser cannons will probably end most matches before that becomes an issue. Maybe.
Fucking forgot it. Oh, whatever. That's what you'd expect from me, I suppose. On to the Thretropod.
The Thretropod, yes indeed.
Yeah, so this is I was like, well, if I'm gonna have one UNAC that's gonna be a turret, I might as well have 2. So this is my sniper cannon turret. It's got a KE shield to not, sponge hits from other sniper cannons, and the sniper chips are basically when it starts taking actual damage, it'll purge the sniper. Until then, it'll just try to spam sniper shots at other UNACs. It's a UNAC tournament, so they're not gonna dodge it. And then after that, it's got my my universal tried and true combo for just hitting everything, which is VTFs and PMG Podenka.
Oh my!
That's literally it.
Sash, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you use AS missiles?
I do, but UNACs they appreciate having VTFs to actually shit on other builds. I couldn't get it to kill quads with AS missiles. It would peel the shields, which is good, but that's about it. So you can see I have the the settings for if it takes damage, it actually just goes into actually starts to move. Other than that, it just stays stationary. It doesn't have movement chips.
So Sash, I wanna point something out.
Yeah.
To you. You put the FO3 lock range on this, and so it won't shoot the sniper cannon outside of 150 meters.
Oh fuck!
We have 2 fat monstrosities that are just gonna post up next to each other and not move. But the closer you get to the
no, depending on the map, they won't even move from their spawn locations.
We're gonna win.
So they're gonna be separated. Okay, quick. You gotta go trade me the squad, the extermination squad.
I have to trade you the extermination.
The real dark horse of the tournament, everybody. Where's the trading room? I made one.
Okay.
So context: we have 9 entries of 2 UNACs each, which for a round robin is fine. But we didn't want to have any buys. So
yeah, buys are kind of boring.
Buys are really boring. So we decided we'd add the Rogue Squadron.
Yes, indeed.
The Extermination Squad, which is composed
Although
of...
who's going to be exterminated is pretty questionable here.
Who will be exterminated is up to debate. We have a motherfucking RD. With a Fave and a Strakoza. What a boss.
Yes, you actually encounter RD several times, and this is the encounter in the underground tunnel area where he's armed with a Fave, Strakoza, and I think Garbugala medium missiles? I can't remember.
Garbugala.
The Surats, one of the 2.
Surat,
so that's what this one is, but really the key point here is the grind blade.
B2K.
And we have B2K,
The god.
the indeed god himself. B2K is a heavy tank with a howitzer, an autocannon, and VTFs. And B2K doesn't give a fuck. It'll shoot anything, including its
Zero
allies
fucks, dude.
and itself.
B2K is legendary back in post-patch Armored Core 5 when you could basically add UNACs essentially before they were UNACs to your squad. You added them as mercenaries if you wanted, if you were short of players. And B2K was one of them, and he was a popular pick, but because of the howitzer and the VTFs, he would team kill all the time. He would team kill
That's exactly
constantly.
why he's our pick for the eliminator round.
Yes.
He just eliminates everyone, including
Because something is gonna get eliminated, my friend. Oh no, shit! I canceled the trade. Okay, go back.
too drunk to continue.
God damn it! It's only like been the one beer. Fuck.
I've had two. I'm about to go get a third.
I'm about to open my other one. Yeah.
So yeah,
you know what's
can
really
watch
wild
it.
is I have D&D after this, and it's gonna be a
You're gonna be
wargaming round.
pre-drunk for D&D?
I'm gonna be so drunk that these kobolds they're gonna fuck these dudes up, man. I'm
It's
telling
gonna
you.
be Tucker's kobolds all over again.
It's gonna be, dude. I'm gonna lay out the floor plan. I'm gonna say, all right. Perception check. You notice that the floor has a slick element to it. It looks as though it's sort of it shines in the torchlight. Well, little do they know, it's highly fucking flammable. And so these kobolds, they're gonna throw a Molotov cocktail at the party and set the whole fucking building on fire. Perfect shit, dude.
It's gonna be glorious.
And then I drop a basilisk on them. So when they're running away, they gotta make fucking sight saves to not fucking get petrified.
Part of me feels sorry for the people in your D&D dungeon, and the other part, like, ah, you dumb fuck's about to get shit on.
Amen to that. And so speaking of dumb fucks about to get shit on, UNAC tournament round 1 will be underway shortly. Our matchups for round 1 are after these messages. Farmer Bob Strakozis or Farmer Roland Strakozis.
Farmer Roland Strakozis.
Round 1 is going to be
regularly.
Yeah, dude, mulch regularly. Round 1 will be Rave and myself. Round 2, or match 2 is going to be Rogan versus Near, then Sloth versus Crow, Pyro versus Spitty, and then Fanta will be facing off against the Extermination Squad. And that'll be it for round 1. We'll catch you after these messages, and yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, pee and bathroom break time.
Yeah.